Okay, trustees, we're streaming part 2 of the November 19th to 18th trustees meeting. I don't want to make it sound like we've been here for a day.
I make a motion to return to regular session.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes.
Trustee Toronto?
Yes.
All right, next up on the agenda, we have approval of minutes for several dates here under the new format. It was approved at last meeting.
My only question was, how about the journals that go with each one?
Have we received the journals?
I have a resolution. Is the journal to follow, or do we know Mr. Bodnar?
I have no information on that topic. For sure.
I think we're gonna have to table that because it was my understanding, we need to have the journals for us to approve. We can't just approve the video.
Okay.
Never heard of that.
To the next meeting, which takes us to zoning report, Ms. Bonnie.
Yes. So we do have quite a few new items on the zoning report. So tonight we heard the portion application, which was approved by the trustees. Tomorrow at November 19th, 7 p.m., the zoning commission is supposed to hear the signage amendment application. However, I've been informed that they plan on intending recessing that application to a further date. So we are going to utilize that regular hearing to approve some pending minutes. And I know some of us have been concerned with getting that through. And we're also going to ask the zoning commission to approve the final agreement for the zoning diagnostics review. So we can start working on that project. Next is Tuesday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. The zoning commission. We do have a new application on our zone -1903. The Evans Farm is proposing another amendment for their single family plan residential district. Following that is Tuesday, December 17th at 7 p.m. for zoning commission is yet a new application, zone -19-04. That is plan amendment for the Little Bear Clubhouse. So that'll be their first hearing on that. And lastly, on Thursday, December 19th at 6:30 p.m., we do have two applications for BZA. One is a use variance for the clubhouse at Lewis Center Ravines. I believe that was tabled at the last meeting because there was no representation. Following that is an area variance application for a swimming pool in the Wilshire subdivision. That is all I have for this zoning.
For the purchase order?
Yes, I think it's called a approval of purchase now. It's not a purchase order. We have an appropriation for this. I think we learned that in the last meeting when I did.
Oh, it just says approval purchase. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it exceeds the $10,000, but
There's two different spellings here from the agenda, the template. What's the zoning?
so it is CALFE with an L, CALFEE.
Michelle, you and I spoke about this, I think, and I sent an email out as well. Have you talked to Chris at all about possibly specifying more what the deliverables for the by stage would be?
I have not. I didn't. Does that need to be in the final agreement?
Only if you want to have it enforceable. That's been my point. Right now, I'm not sure what you might get one email and you might, I don't know what it would say.
I'll call Mr. Betts tomorrow.
I would
see if
suggest.
we can have that in there.
And then, the contract itself with the funding from the board will move forward
We
to
approve
approval of
the
some
electronic
commissions.
record of the proceeding.
I think that might go fairly quickly. They should be able to tell you what they expect to give you.
Okay.
Where's the certificate?
Once, now if you make your own copies beyond that, the additional assumptions say that you're paying for that, but the question is, what do you receive?
Okay.
And by stage.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'll check on that.
Okay, but we're good with moving forward.
As far as the purchase, it will be 20,000.
So I make the motion to authorize a purchase from CalFE zoning, the amount of $20,000 for zoning diagnostic review.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Brand?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you. Maintenance and Parks, Mr. Cowan?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Maintenance report, Aaron and the guys have been, getting equipment prepared for winter months. We've done a lot of repairs on our dump trucks and plow trucks, replaced a lot of our hydraulic hoses. Everything seems to be in pretty good repair at this point, ready to roll when the snow comes. Working with Amanda, we're looking at a new hire to replace a gentleman who retired recently.
Yeah, I can take over from there. We did receive all the pre-employment background checks. Just received the last one today, so just we're outside the trustee meeting agenda, and there's not necessarily a major rush. We will have something to the board by the first meeting in December, which is December the 2nd, our recommendation, and a resolution prepared. We'll work with this one, starting on getting everything ready. We're excited for this applicant to hopefully get started soon and that position filled, and we've had one fill of it already, so having that extra power out filled and getting them in that position, so when the snow does rise, it'll be nice to have all that ready to go.
And members of the board, if I could chime in, Mr. Cowan and I have had some discussion on how he is looking to restructure the department to which he oversees so that he can make adequate replacements to people who are no longer employed or under that blanket of authority.
Mr. Cowan, have you received from Mr. Betts yet, the contracts regarding the new plow truck?
No, so, early on in the year, working with Mr. Fowler, and then it got transferred to Mr. Betts. And finally, Mr. Betts advised me to send a letter to the Ohio Department of Transportation Cooperative Purchasing Agency, according to Ohio law, which was done. We never heard back from anybody. So,
It takes almost a year to order one of those trucks, as you know.
yeah,
And I know we really needed one this year.
I know.
Um,
So Aaron's been in contact with the builders of the truck. We're gonna try to get it started all over again and see where it ends up.
There's nobody to call or,
Just a couple of weeks ago, actually, we got a call from the dealer, and I think he's in Cincinnati.
no, at Ohio Department of Transportation.
Not from that. No, I was supposed to get some kind of a letter in response, and they were supposed to send the dealer a letter that we were interested in buying a truck from them.
And this is through their cooperative purchase.
Yes, follow-up calls, nothing was ever, I can share that letter with you, I have it in my.
But have you left messages? Have you called their offices? Have you tried to get a hold of somebody?
I have,
Okay.
So, we're gonna try to start the process again. The dealer said he has a truck ready to start building for us.
Okay.
If I could, I know a guy, and maybe tomorrow you and I can circle and kind of talk to this guy and see before we start the whole gambit over again. All right, if he can't help.
And even maybe talk to Chris Betts, if there might be something more to that. I've just never heard of that before.
About the parks, so in your packet for the meeting, I think you have one of these charts that Mary Ann put together for us. I go over that real quick, and the purpose of this, we're trying to get everything on a rec desk with our rentals and our pool passes for the next season. As part of that, we wanted to take a look at maybe making some changes to how we lease the three community facilities. The first one is North Orange Park Community Room. Right now, we have a $100 deposit. The change would be no deposit, no cash deposit. If we go to Rec Desk, they would electronically sign a document that we could withdraw from their credit card any expenses incurred due to damages. So that would alleviate doing a deposit, which causes the fiscal office to make a reimbursement. It really gets kind of messy just to learn the deposit and the reimbursement. That would help that out. We're also looking at, instead of doing 2-hour blocks, we're looking at doing 4 hours or more a block. The same hourly rate, but a longer time span. And we run into this just in my brief tenure here. We just don't have much time to get in, get set up, have a parties, whatever, in 2 hours. It just doesn't work out. So we're looking at doing a longer time span. On the North Orange Park Community Room again, we're looking, asking for your consideration to rent to only non-residents. Mary Ann said, graduation time is a huge push for those buildings. People are really scrounging for places to hold parties and things. We'd like to keep to township residents if we could. The next facility, Township Hall, weekend rental. Same type of thing, we charge $100 deposit. Rec desk, we wouldn't have a deposit, they would just electronically sign. They would be responsible for damages. Also, in that same subject category, maximum occupancy, a few blocks down. The agreement currently says occupancy load for the locker room, use of chairs is 244, the tables 114, standing 311. Just through experience, it's like 60 people with tables and chairs about the max, because people want to have room to move around when they rent these rooms. Mary Ann said they put up a DJ table and a food table, and it just takes up a lot of room. Same for the Thompson room. We'd just like to reduce the amount of people, the maximum occupancy, 30 to 40 people. North Orange Park Shelter. No big changes there, except we're not going to require a deposit, but Marion noted in the block at the right, there's just no way to know if a renter cleaned up or not. It's just difficult to police. And with that shelter, we'd like to expand the times as well. Instead of 3 hours, go to 4-hour blocks for renters per day. And again, the same way. We just think it'll do better. It'll save us manpower from having to clean up so often.
I like the no deposits because the amount of checks we write and returning those deposits is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Waste of time.
So just want to let you know what we're looking at, and we'd like to try that out. If it doesn't work, we can
Change it.
appreciate your consideration. And that's all I have.
I would like to tag on to the park report, Mr. Cowan. The holiday event team has been actively engaged in getting everything set up for the holiday event on December the 1st. And we've had a few prep meetings. We have another one this week. Mr. Mike Kelly has been great at helping me do a lot of the outside labor today. They put up a lot of outside lights since it was great weather and it was warm, and they could bring the lift over. I feel it's going to be a great event, and just hope for good weather. Hopefully we can see everybody there. But yeah, things are coming together great, and we'll wrap everything up next week for the event on December the 1st.
Thank you.
My name is John Hartwell, resident of Orange Township, 2455 McCumber Lane. I wanted to just briefly speak during this time of the park report. I'm here today representing organization that myself and 2 other residents of Orange Township created some 18 months ago, Olentangy United. This is a youth soccer club, a 501 with 501c3 status nonprofit entity that was created and designed to help improve quality of life for residents of Orange Township. In 18 months of existence, we've gone from obviously 0 to 500 children and players within our organization, vast majority of which live in Orange Township. We couldn't have done this without the support of all of the board members and specifically the township providing us with 1 field space over at the North Orange Park Aquatic Center. We've been very creative with using that space over these 18 months to be able to provide the facilities necessary to provide the experience that we provide for young players ranging in age from 7 to 17 or 18 years of age. As you can imagine, with the growth in the community and the growth of this organization in such a short period of time, we have been planning on and looking forward to the opening of North Road Park. The soccer fields that have been designed and laid out and presented to the community for what that park was being created for. We're very excited for that. We are under the gun in terms of time frame and access to field space for this coming spring season. Our field lease agreement for North Orange Park has come to an end. During our time here, these field use agreements have been under calendar year schedules when that should not be the
I'm
case.
sorry to interrupt. I have to leave. I have a flight to catch, so I apologize.
The field use agreements schedule has not aligned with the traditional soccer season. Soccer season runs from August till the end of October in the fall, and then that same season picks up again in the spring, beginning in March and ending at the end of May. So it is my recommendation to the board and to the trustees and to future field lease agreement schedules that particularly in this space, those field lease agreements should run from August 1 to June 1st, so that there is not an interruption in the middle of the season. Right now, we don't have field space for the spring season that will be beginning in March, and those games are scheduled in the second week of January. So our top priority right now is to get new field lease agreements, not only just for that one space that we have at North Orange Park, but hopefully, and excited about North Road and the spaces there. I've been coming in on a regular basis to try and improve and provide guidance and assistance with how best to efficiently manage that North Road Park. I'm still waiting to be able to sit down and provide my experience in a variety of areas, how to make that run as smoothly and as seamlessly as possible for the citizens and residents of Orange Township. So I guess primary comment is to bring attention to the need to get these field lease agreements ASAP. Liberty Township, where the previous community rec-based organization has pushed all of their youth soccer over to forcing residents of Orange Township to travel to the neighboring township to have their children participate in recreational and travel soccer. Again, that was a secondary reason why we came into existence, is to provide the citizens of Orange Township with a very common need, a platform to provide children with competitive platforms to grow within the game and as young athletes from the ages of 7 to 17. We are working closely with the Olentangy School District to be an add-on service to that gem that draws citizens to want to move to Orange Township. School district public school systems do not provide organized soccer before high school level, so we are providing that space, that platform that they are not providing to the citizens in the community. So again, top priority, we're in desperate need for field lease agreements for the spring. We're hoping that we could have something similar to what our neighboring township does. They offer field lease agreements that are in the 3-year time frame. Not sure if that's down the proper thing to do, but just as a comparison, their field lease agreements are for 3 years. 2, I read some documents in the Delaware publications that there's already discussions about taking away from the soccer fields that were presented as what the use of North Road Park was, and I would love an opportunity to sit down and explain how I think that would be a drastic, create a drastic problem for the residents of the community in a variety of ways. There's limited space over there. Green space is absolutely critical for these types of activities, whether it's soccer, lacrosse, field hockey, kickball, dodgeball, things that we're able to have the children of our community participate in. Taking away from those green spaces is very difficult. We have many unused tennis courts being used around all of our schools within the area. I think that we should look at what we have in place currently before we pave over some very precious grass. In terms of things also being discussed, whether it's a concession stand. In the decade that I've been working closely at Liberty Township, I've never once used their concession stand at Liberty Park. So there are things that I think that we can discuss and add value to the residents of North Orange Township, or to Orange Township. And I would love to volunteer and provide as much information with my experiences in this space over the past 8 years. And again, I look forward to working closely with the Orange Township trustees, both current and future. And if there's anything I can ever do to help in this particular space, I'm more than welcome. Thank you for your time.
Appreciate that. And I know going forward, the next phase, we're definitely be looking for input from residents and obviously the users at North Road on those plans. Anything to add?
Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Public safety, Chief Noble.
Good evening. Just a couple items. First one, to accept a $25 drug market card donation from David and Tony Jones. And then item B is to then and now purchase orders for legal fees.
Make the motion to accept a donation in the form of a gift card from Drug Mart in the amount of $25 for David and Tommy Jones.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Triano?
Yes.
Trustee Nat?
Make the motion to authorize the issuance of a then and now purchase order to Ice Miller LLP for $6,921.56 for accounting and legal fees.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Triano?
Yes.
Trustee Nat?
Make the motion to authorize the issuance of a then and now purchase order to Ice Miller LLP for $13,568.75 for accounting and legal fees.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Triano?
Yes.
Trustee Nat? Trustee Rivers, if I could interject, Trustee Nat, upon her departure, had asked that the board consider a motion to accept gift cards and cookie trays from Park Place Village to Fire Station 361 for Thanksgiving.
We would welcome that.
So it would be a motion to accept gift cards and cookie trays from Park Place Village for the Fire Station 361.
Right? So I make the motion to accept cookie trays and what was the second? Gift cards from Park Place Village for the Fire Station 361.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Triano?
Yes.
Trustee Nat? Thank you, members of the board. I apologize.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Bill, does other groups other than Columbus United rent those fields in the other parks? Columbus United is not the only one, correct?
No,
That's what I thought. So they didn't all leave and go to Powell.
And last year.
That confused me.
Just for a quick note, we didn't schedule until February last year. And I realized they may set their schedule in January, but we didn't schedule until February.
Okay.
But I think he makes a good point. You know, that would be hard. They're trying to schedule games for the summer, and they have no place in which to do that. So maybe there's an opportunity to explore something different.
I believe next we have a then and now purchase order. Make a motion to authorize the issuance of a then and now purchase order to Michael J. McCarthy for $45,501.35 for legal services.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Triano?
Yes. Does it need to say May and August on the resolution or not necessary?
I don't think it was specified in the others. I don't really care.
Okay.
But I don't think the other one specified it.
Okay. All right,
It
thank
said
you.
for legal services and accounting expenses.
So I voted yes.
All right,
Okay, trustee Knapp. Thank you.
and administrative report, Mr. Bodnar.
Yes, the first thing is, Bureau of Workers' Compensation. I'm going to turn that over to Ms. Cheatham to explain.
Before you have a resolution, it's for the 2020 UWC premium. You pay ahead of time, you don't pay in arrears anymore, so that is due here in December. We pay it at one time when we pay it online, so we get some discounts by paying it at one lump sum, and then we get a Go Green discount as well. We pay the full amount, and then the rebates come back to us after the first of the year. Any questions?
Make the motion to authorize the issuance of a purchase order to Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation in the amount of $167,552 for the 2020 premium.
Second?
Trustee Rivers?
Yes.
Trustee Triano?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Thank you.
Okay, the next item is a position description, creating a position actually and a position description for a receptionist. With the township looking at the renovations to the front office area, the reorganization of the individuals who are currently in that area can take place. With that reorganization taking place, it opens up the door for another position of a reception person, who is the face, and we have had this discussion before, the face of the township, to meet people, to route calls, to do the duties that are typically known as reception duties. We have crafted this position description to obviously take on other opportunities or other tasks if needed, but I think it will certainly fill the bill for what we see at this point in time as being necessary for that position.
And I will tag on to what Mr. Bodnar said. We worked with Mr. McCarthy to make sure everything was in proper order. He prepared the resolution. One is to create the position and one is to accept the position description. And then once approved, I can work with Mr. Bodnar getting this out, getting it posted, and the position filled.
We'd like to do it in concert with the renovations project so that you don't want the renovations project completed and then no one start. And you don't want somebody to start early without the renovations project. So this allows us to do it concurrently.
I'd like a little more time to review it. Is it okay if we could just move this to the next meeting?
Whatever the board wishes.
And if you have any questions, just let us know.
Yeah.
We did also work with the front administration staff and some local Central Ohio townships as well, just to make sure it was same or similar language. But as Mr. Bodnar said, it's pretty open and broad, so if there's other things that we need to push this position into as well. Thank you.
Okay, the next item is just a quick update on healthcare benefits. Some information was shared. I was hoping to have more information to share with you. That information that I had previously said was forthcoming is not going to be forthcoming. We are tweaking and fine-tuning the information that we have received thus far, and I should have some final information for you very soon. And at that point, what I'd like to consider at that time is the possibility of a special meeting to simply address this item, and it would be a quick opportunity to finalize it so that we can move forward with the benefit.
If we're just renewing it though, does it really need, because from the email today, it looks like really there aren't any options except to take advantage of the 4%.
Correct. And there's two options under that 4% option, but I still need the board's approval to do it unless you wish to do it tonight. I don't have a resolution prepared, so it would be.
So I don't see any issue with why it can't be at the next meeting, I guess is what I was saying.
And I will tag on to Mr. Bodnar said, we do have a healthcare committee meeting that has been working to help us vet out any information that's come forth. We're going to share this information with them also. We are only looking at the medical renewal because every other plan, we're in a current contractual multi-year. So if that's the case, and if that's the board's direction, today would just be looking at that.
I think what you were trying to get at is why the special meeting, why not wait till the next meeting? Because time is of the essence, and to wait for the next meeting is not sufficient time.
Okay.
That's the reason.
There you go.
to get it out to open enrollment and to have everybody do.
I guess my point was, if it's just a renewal,
Just do it and be done with it.
it's still, you need to get it done
We
sooner before.
didn't find out until yesterday exactly what that looked, or, earlier today? Yeah, earlier today, when that information was shared, what that exactly looked like, so I apologize for that, the way it went.
So if we're just renewing it, so we just want to pass it tonight?
But there was two options within it.
There's two options. Yeah.
And we don't have any resolutions prepared either.
And with the sensitivity.
With it as well, to be reviewed ahead of time, so it will
I
be
got
a contractual year, so there may be some legal involvement in reviewing that to tie it back to, I would say to sign something or review it, or approve it, and maybe there may be something we're missing. I would love to, but
Okay.
I can work with Mr. Godnar, we can make sure we
We'll have it all in a nice package for you, yep.
thank you.
Okay, the next item is the energy management agreement with Trey Bell. This agreement basically spells out our relationship with Trey Bell. Ms. McCarthy crafted this resolution.
Well, I reviewed it. It was prepared by Travel.
You reviewed it, sorry. Anything else? No? Okay.
It has to do with the gas segregation,
It
correct?
has to do with both, but that's why they're calling it energy instead of electric or gas now.
Okay, I got it.
And so I'd ask for the board to adopt that, as Trevell has been a good partner throughout the course of this relationship.
I make the adoption of the following resolution, whereas Trebell LLC engages in the business of procuring energy and/or energy-related services and products, and whereas the board desires to authorize the execution of an energy management agreement engaging the services of Trebell for the above and related purposes as stated in said agreement. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Township Trustees of Orange Township, Delaware County, Ohio, that an energy management agreement with Trebell LLC is hereby approved, and the board enter into and execute such agreement with that entity. Be it further resolved that such agreement shall be in the form submitted to the board, a copy of which is attached hereto as Exhibit 1, the content of which is incorporated into this resolution by reference and is fully repeated herein. Be it further resolved that all members of the board shall execute the agreement on behalf of the board. Be it further resolved that all formal actions of this board concerning and relating to the passage of this resolution were adopted in open meeting of the board, and all deliberations of this board and of any of its committees that result in such formal action were meetings open to the public in compliance with all legal requirements, including RC 121.22. Be it further resolved, this resolution shall be in full force and effect immediately upon adoption.
Second.
And for the board, if I could, just for the board, in looking at it, you might have noticed this. Probably, I think, in my view anyway, the most noticeable change was they did add a rather significant section on confidentiality. So,
But you didn't craft it, they did.
well, they crafted it.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you pointed that out earlier.
Yeah,
Make
no,
sure that's
that's fine.
continually done.
But the thing is, I would suggest everyone read it carefully, but it's in line with what I've seen in other documents.
And I got a second on that from Ms. Trajano, so I have Mr. Rivers,
Yes.
Trustee Trajano,
Yes.
Trustee Knapp. Sorry about that, I got sidetracked. The next item is a signal light. I've shared information on that signal light. There's no action for the board to approve or to legislate today. This is just an FYI that the township is going in concert or in cooperative agreement with a local business to have a traffic signal at North Central Road and East Orange Road, and they're going to pay 25% of the cost on that. That should be prepared for the next trustee meeting, I do believe. The last item I have are the the renovations to Township Hall. If you fix your eyes up on the smart board, there is the submission that I believe you have received also that shows the finishings for the front office area. And this would be the reception area, not where the reception person would be, but the entranceway into the Township Hall. I wanted to make sure that the logo was presented. When you walk in the door, that's what you would see as you walk in the back door. As you can tell, there's a alcove as you enter to your right, that's where there'll be seating. And this is what, again, what you'd see as you enter. There's the alcove that would be to your right, allowing for some seat and some additional decorations on the wall. Here, we've incorporated the leaf and the orange verbiage logo, or verbiage logo, well, orange logo. There's actually a badge too. And that comes to this one. And this is utilizing more of the green. You notice these colors are soft colors. These are colors that were provided through the branding guide. You notice the floorway that isn't carpeted for longer wear and for better wear. Now collection of grease and grime for many people that come in that have grease and grime. We have a huge array of people that come in from all different walks of life in our front area. This will keep it cleaner and make it easier for cleaning. There again, the incorporation of the leaf and but not the township logo, but the badge. This is the second to last one. This is a combination of the two. You see it's basically green or orange, and it's the Orange Township on the back wall across from the reception person or the badge. Oh, that is the last one, I'm sorry. So there's 4 choices, A, B, C, or D. And what would you like? Do you like A?
I like B and D. The orange, why I love it, I feel like, well, it's orange.
I get it.
The green
I felt the same way.
The green is a little bit more softer, not so loud, a little more conducive to an office, in my opinion. I am curious what Amanda's left with the other. Michelle, do you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I was curious what the in-house favorite is.
personally, I like the logo more than the badge.
Mm-hmm.
The orange is a little bright.
Right, that'd be to see that every day. And so, what does D or B have the logo?
I mean, I like the top. I guess if you were gonna do orange, I'd probably do like one, not the whole.
Well, I think you have orange in the logo.
So C has the logo, but then it has the orange. Are we orange or green for the wall?
Yeah, we have plenty of options.
What's the?
When I proposed this initially, I will tell you, what I had asked for was the logo as you walked in, so you would see Orange Township, and then the badge on the back wall. That's what I had asked for originally. They incorporated the leaf to break that up a little bit, which I have to say is not an unpleasant characteristic.
You could also just flip it and put the logo instead of the badge in option D. That's not a big deal.
Absolutely. So we have A, B.
Lee, could you maybe get a feel for the people that work up front, which one they like?
Okay, keeping in mind that the people that are working up front will not be working up front when this is there, just so you know.
Well, but everyone's going to be working in this, and I'd hate to pick something that they all absolutely hate.
Okay, and then this will move to the next meeting for determination?
Yeah, I agree. I think C and D, the white, is that what you like?
I was B and D.
B and D?
I was not going for the orange walls.
Well, yeah, so I mean, I think the concept in the last page, but as far as the colors, there's orange, or I feel the same. I'd like to get the staff's input because they're here every day and be curious to see
What if
they
you
do
did D with the logo instead of the badge?
Right, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And you still have like the orange chairs. I mean, it pops the color.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Look at B though, Michelle. There's more wall space painted and less white. I feel like that makes it softer and less government looking. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Would you want that to be like a gray wall then instead?
Yeah, and just
Or something.
change the badge to the logo. I like the leaves on that wall. I'd still put the orange chairs, those are white, but, that's my personal opinion. It'll make the office softer.
Then I'll let Ms. Bonnie run with this and share that around with everybody.
Do you mind them asking, would you mind asking them just their opinion? Since they have to work in it every day?
I mean, I don't mind asking. I haven't really been involved with this, but I mean,
And I'm sure they could make some revisions as example for us and send that over.
Yeah. Just get feedback if you don't mind. I think Lee's passing the buck, but
I'm happy to work together.
there you go, good answer.
That's all I have.
All right, I believe that is all we have for this evening. This meeting's adjourned.
Michelle, maybe I should have asked Bill. We could have forced Bill.
The buildings.